Hi, I'm Mo, and understand, I see clearly.
And I'm TJ, and I was not at Wrestle Dream last weekend.
And this is...
It's still new to us, damn it!
Welcome to It's Soon Enough, Damn It. I'm Mo, he's TJ, we just said it. We're here to watch every movie ever made to finally be invited to parties.
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got some big news. This past weekend, while you were in Seattle, or that was, the weekend you were in Seattle,
Yeah.
my neighbor had a party.
Oh, were you there?
No, but geographically speaking, I was
We're
really
close. We're like really close. We're that close. We're that close. We're that close.
I probably could have gone and said hello, but instead I got social anxiety and took an hour-long shower in a house by myself and went to bed.
That sounds very nice, an hour-long shower.
Honestly, it's a waste of water, and I feel badly for doing it, but sometimes I just take a long shower, and it's not dirty. Do
you want to know my shower routine?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so in my shower downstairs, I need to get my speaker ready. Okay, I need to get my goggles on. I wear goggles in the shower. Mm-hmm. Okay, I gotta get a soda ready. Mm-hmm. I drink Olipop because I have a beer holder in my shower. Okay, and then I have a medical chair for people who can't stand up in the shower. So I put on my music, put on my goggles, let the water go over me, and just drink a soda at the same time.
None of that surprises me.
Yeah.
And honestly, that sounds fucking great.
Yeah, it's great. I worked out first time in a month yesterday, and it felt amazing. This water just coming down on me. I'm drinking an orange soda. I'm listening to music. I have my goggles on, so I don't have to close my eyes the whole time.
Do you just listen to the Edge theme song on repeat?
Yeah. It's actually quite relaxing. When people hear my shower routine, they're like, "You're crazy." But I'm like, "It's great." It's great.
I think that sounds great, actually. That's like aqua therapy or something.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That was good banter.
Yeah.
That was natural banter.
Well, we need more banter, though. We just can't. This is only 2 minutes into the podcast.
That's fine, but I just want to point out that was really natural banter. That was very good. So I guess we can move on, though, to the official banter time.
Banter time.
Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. You were in Seattle.
Yes, I was. I was in Seattle for Wrestle Dream. It's fantastic. It was good. We were in the University District, so that was nice. Unfortunately, we couldn't go to a game. We were right next to the Huskies Stadium, but they weren't in town that day, so that sucks. So.
Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah.
At least you saw some other teams.
Yeah, I know. I saw the Mariners. They lost, which was kind of funny. So
this is their last game of the season.
It was the second to last game of the season. They needed to win that game to make the playoffs, and they didn't.
Oh no.
Yeah. But me and my friend were like, "Oh, it's fine. The Detroit Tigers won, so we're good." So
yeah. Yeah, on the day we were celebrating Miggy.
Yeah.
Over here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had some good food, had some seafood, had Dick's Burgers, and I wish I had more Dick's in my mouth. So
I bet.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
I had some great Mexican food there. I went to the market. I met a wrestler, Swerve Strickland. I took a photo with him. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool. I put gum on the gum wall.
Good. You've left your indelible...
I thought the gum wall was just one giant patch of gum. No, it's the fucking alley of gum. And of course, an improv theater is like that too.
Yeah, why isn't that surprising?
Yeah, why isn't that surprising? Yeah.
I will say, it is the single most beautiful and disgusting attraction I've ever seen in this world. And it's the duality of man.
Yeah.
We make art, and we also leave waste behind.
I know.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Truly awe-inspiring.
That's true.
Good.
I'm not sure if I got ripped off by a lady who sold me the gum, but I don't know. But so I gave her a $5, and then she gave me $2 back. I don't know if the gum was $2.25 or $1.25. I really. Somebody got screwed there. Who knows? Bought $90 worth of books. A lot of them got damaged during the travel here, so that
Get
sucks.
out of here. That's a bummer.
Especially I bought two cheapo detective books from about the Seattle Northwest.
Yeah.
And it was they were kind of ripped a little bit and stuff like that, but it wasn't major damage. But the corners are scuffed and stuff. It just kind of sucks. But yeah.
Sorry to hear it.
When I went to the aquarium.
Yeah.
Near the aquarium's a restaurant. I had a bowl of chowder and a huge shrimp sandwich, and then I walked up because Seattle's all hills.
Right. It goes downhill toward the ocean.
It's all hills, which sucks. So I had a stomach full of clam chowder and seafood, and had to climb up the fucking hill to get to the Sub Hop store. So that sucked.
That is A visual I wish I could have experienced.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was bad. Luckily, I found the Sub Pop store and got a sweater on the book.
Yeah, so no, you're not wrong about the elevation.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
It's a beautiful sea line, man. Oh
yeah,
my
beautiful
God,
sea line. It was great.
Nice. Yeah.
We went to the Needle. That was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, went to Kraken game. Did all the tour stuff. So it was fun.
Good.
Definitely. Yeah. Just as you go to Seattle. So definitely.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I will go back there on recreation sometime. I was there on business. Mm-hmm. A lot of fun though.
That's cool. Yeah.
Love that city.
You do anything fun when I was away from Seattle, TJ?
Again, I kind of kept a side eye to my neighbor's party. Mm-hmm. I watched Psycho 2.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Psycho 2, I knew that there were 4 of them in the main series.
I watched the video by Red Letter Media about the Psycho series, and it's actually way better than we think it is, actually. The first Psycho is, of course, the Psycho.
Right.
And I heard Psycho 2 and Psycho 3 are actually really good, and then Psycho 4 is not that great because
it's the prequel, right?
Yeah.
I've always known about the sequels, and I always just thought, why?
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid. Psycho's such a great movie, and it's a landmark horror film. Mm-hmm. But I watched it. They're all on a streaming service, and so I watched Psycho 2 one night because I had nothing better to do. And I was pleasantly surprised. I would compare it very much to Jaws 2, in that this is not... Jaws and Psycho did not need to be franchises, and they probably just shouldn't have been. But Jaws 2 was a surprisingly competent sequel. Psycho 2 is as well. Mm-hmm. If you just go in expecting it to obviously not hold a candle to its predecessor, it's an enjoyable watch.
That's good.
Let's see, I'm halfway through Cheers Season 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're really...
So you've seen the Veggie Boy episode then?
Yes, that's a good episode. Yeah. And I don't know if I told you I saw the one where Cliff goes on Jeopardy. That was great.
Oh, yeah.
All the topics are like celibacy and beer and mail or like civil service and shit, like just things.
Yeah.
And then he bets everything on the double Jeopardy when he didn't have to. That was great.
Yeah.
That was outstanding.
Definitely. I've been watching some old Frasier episodes and some Cheers episodes. I actually watched a great video on just Frasier in Cheers. Mm-hmm. So that was actually really
He's
cool.
a different character.
Yeah, definitely.
You get the sense, and I know it's been said before, that the producers of Cheers had like kind of a gentleman's agreement with Kelsey Grammer where, hey, let's work together on something in the future. And I think that it was CBS or Paramount rather that said, why don't you make it a Cheers spinoff? So I think they kind of had the idea of doing a show with Kelsey Grammer as a similar character.
Yeah.
And so they just reworked it as Frasier. Because there are multiple instances in Cheers when he references his parents being dead. And,
yeah, definitely.
There's some
Well, he was the least popular character to be spin off because they took a poll, I guess, and some news magazines. It was like, okay, Woody, Cliff, all those guys were popular, and then Frasier and Lilith were like the dead last.
I love how Paramount's like, hey, thanks for your input. Let's make Frasier into a show. Mm-hmm. And I'm thrilled they did. I love Frasier.
Yeah, true.
I'm actually I'll give the reboot an open mind. I'm bummed out that it's none of the returning.
I'm just bummed out that
really.
they didn't put the original kid in the series because he still acts to this day.
It's so weird.
I don't know.
And you know what? I'll concede to it that it's okay if he's in a new city because it looks like he's back in Boston.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just hope Lilith is there because
Lilith is great.
It's amazing.
She is so much. I don't think her representation in Frasier does the Cheers character Lilith justice at all.
No.
Because they kind of take the coldness and like the bleak, not bleak, but like the just emotionless, emotionlessness, and they just they made that her only characteristic in Frasier. And Cheers, she's more than that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, very fun show.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, have I watched anything good really? No.
Oh, you watched Videodrome?
I did watch Videodrome. Yeah. That was all right. I enjoyed it actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was one of those movies I'd never heard of before.
Yeah, I've only seen The Fly, so that's like I think that's the only Cronenberg movie I've seen.
I've seen, it turns out, The Fly, which was outstanding. I saw this one, Videodrome, which was really good. I've seen, I think he did The Dead Zone with Christopher Walken, and if he did, that one's really good. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I've seen more Cronenberg movies than I thought I had initially. But regardless, Videodrome, worth a watch if you got access to it. Don't go out of your way and pay for it, but pay extra for it. But if you got it on one of your streaming services, and it was on one of my streaming services, the one that had Psycho 2, give it a watch.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I went to a video store in Seattle, and they had Blood Simple Criterion Collection for $10.
Nice.
Yes, and then they had Hard 8, the first Paul Thomas Anderson film, which I
Oh.
got. So yeah.
Nice.
Yes, so that's cool.
Good shit.
Yeah. Let's see. We didn't really watch any movies in Seattle. Mostly just Reno 911. That's it.
It's a good show.
And Garth Marenghi's Dog Place. Have I told you about Dog Place?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's a spoof on like 80 TV shows. But with him, like a Stephen King guy wrote it. It's hilarious, dude. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. I know writers who use subtext and they're cowards.
Nice. Okay,
That's
well, I'll have
amazing.
to check that out.
Yeah, I did watch the movie Stop Making Sense with my dad in the theaters, the Talking Heads concert film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing. My dad doesn't know what to do in a theater, so he's gonna act like he does at home. So he's gonna be like, "Wow, woo, amazing." He just says this out loud, not like in a quiet voice.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not talking over the movie, if you're just reacting to it, I think that's what the movies are
Yeah,
for.
luckily it was a concert film, so not many people wasn't like you got to pay attention to the plot. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
hmm
Well, good.
yeah,
I'm
it
glad
was
you
very
enjoyed it.
entertaining.
then.
I loved it. It was great. I love the Talking Heads, so
Good.
it was really fun. Especially seeing like David Byrne just go right out there and dance.
Yeah.
Especially the whole band itself, not just the members of the Talking Heads, but the backup band were just so energetic and so amazing.
Good.
It was
No,
And Jonathan Demme did an amazing job directing. So
can't ask for much more then, eh?
I would say the one part I didn't really like was when the Tom Tom Club came out. I don't hate the Tom Tom Club, but I'm just like I don't want to see the Tom Tom Club. So I'm just like, okay.
Were they like framed as antagonists?
No.
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 It wasn't like some hero's journey that David Byrne had to go on.
No. He had to fight his bassist and his drummer with the Tom Tom Club.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I
That
was
was a
listening-
good twist.
Yeah, I was into a podcast about the Talking Heads, and he said because the Tom Tom Club was the most successful like the Talking Heads have ever been, because they've been like critically acclaimed and stuff, but they haven't really had like a top hit or like a top selling album. But the Tom Tom Club went like number 1 or in the top 5, and like David Byrne only had one question for him. It was like, "How'd you make that noise?" And that's it. He didn't say congratulations or anything like that.
Wow.
It's like, "How'd you make that noise? How'd you make that drum noise?" That's it. It's the only thing he said.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
So yeah, that's banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time. Banter time.
All right.
Okay,
That was well done.
that was well done. That was
Well, I
nice
guess
banter.
this is our mini-sode, right? So
Yeah.
we can get into our rankings,
Yes.
or as I call them this time, Billy bashing.
Billy bashing?
Billy bashing.
Why Billy bashing? Oh, Billy bashing because you're gonna bash Billy Wilder.
Yes.
Okay,
Who
but-
again is blinking in his Wikipedia,
Wikipedia
photo.
photo. It's amazing.
It really is very
It's
good.
amazing.
But I say that, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's
But
now
we'll-
time for ranking time.
Ranking time.
Ranking time. Ranking time. Ranking time. Ranking time.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let's do the ranking of our film. And as you know, TJ chose the films of Billy Wilder, and I chose anime films. Unfortunately, TJ, you did not get to choose. We did not watch the films you originally chose. So, yeah, kind of set the precedent of how it's going to go. So,
You've really done Billy Wilder a disservice in my eyes.
Yeah, we
because
did.
now well, we'll get to it.
yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
well,
okay, though. I will watch Some Like It Hot and Double Indemnity for sure one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get to those.
Okay.
But yeah, so the way we do this, if you're new, is we take the 6 movies that we had during this season, and we take turns going from number 6, our 6th favorite pick, to our first, alternating. So Mo will do his 6, I'll do 6, he'll do 5, I'll do 5. You get the drill. So, would you like to start off?
I will start off.
Okay.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6
6.
was The 7-Year Itch.
Okay.
Okay.
Any elaboration?
It was boring. The scene where her dress goes up is not sexy at all. And it was sexist, and it was lazy. It wasn't lazily done, but I don't know. I wish that like all these movies could have been done Billy Wilder's way, but unfortunately it wasn't. So, and this is the least. This one aged the worst. So yeah, that was the worst one.
Okay. My number 6 is also The 7-Year Itch. Overall, it was pretty uninteresting. It's aged terribly, and it's awfully forgettable. The famous scene of the dress blowing, like, yeah, Marilyn Monroe was a beautiful woman. great.
Yeah.
You know, I know that was a novelty for back then, and it's obviously become a huge piece of Americana. And, you know, I can't hold the fact that a movie doesn't age well against Billy Wilder, but again, just not a movie I'd ever hope to rewatch.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5
is The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes. Yes. I found this one to be a little more interesting than 7-Year Itch. It definitely kept me going. I thought the acting was amazing in it, especially the two people who played Sherlock Holmes and Watson. I love the chemistry. I really wish we got into the actual private life of Sherlock Holmes instead of just a regular Sherlock Holmes mystery. It kind of fell apart right at the end because it was kind of just like it wasn't a satisfying falling action, you know, just wasn't the boom we wanted. It was kind of just it ended, you know, everything just all wrapped in a bow and boom, done. But I don't know. But once again, another Billy Wilder film where he lost control of it and the studio just cut fucking everything from it. So, but definitely more enjoyable than 7-Year Itch. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, my number 5 also is The Secret Life of Sherlock Holmes. Sadly, it's largely unremarkable. It doesn't feel like something that should be made by such a renowned director. It's very mundane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it honestly feels like either an episode of a television show from the 70s.
Definitely a TV movie.
Right, or a TV. Exactly. It's one of those movies that you'll find flipping around on, you know, Turner Classic Movies on a Sunday, a rainy Sunday movie. And if it's that, then it's fine. But to call it The Secret Life of Sherlock Holmes and then just have it be a regular-ass Sherlock Holmes...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes. And then have it be a regular-ass Sherlock Holmes adventure, basically.
Yeah. Just kind of got into it, whether he was gay...
Yeah, a little bit. His drug addiction,
you know.
I mean, a little bit, but does it really show any of those as actually affecting his ability to live? And not really.
No.
Because he goes and just finds another adventure to distract himself. And I guess maybe that's the point. But yeah, very largely... unforgettable, sadly. But yeah, great acting.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Number 4.
Number 4
is The Emperor Waltz. This was a Bing Crosby movie. If you like Bing Crosby movies, you'll like this movie. Bing Crosby just doing his shit, you know, just I'm fucking Bing Crosby. I'm gonna sing songs and fuck you.
Yeah.
That's mostly it. The acting was well done. Joan Fontaine did a good job, the best she could with what she was given with. You know, the yodeling was fun. I like that, and it's definitely most entertaining out of all of them. So, yeah, that's
of the Billy Wilder
movies.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it was definitely had more fun. I felt a little bit more emotional at the very end. You know, actually connected to it a little bit more than the other films. So yeah, I would give this probably the best Billy Wilder film you saw.
Yeah, and it's no secret. My number 4 is also The Emperor Waltz. It's definitely the best. Maybe the 3 Wilder movies we watched, the most entertaining. It's held up the best. A classic story of dog meet dog and dog owner meet dog owner. And kind of an interesting new perspective for how Americans may have been viewed by Europe at the turn of the century, which I only found remarkable once I realized Billy Wilder was from Austria, and he shows this clash between American individualism with the Austrian hierarchy.
Yeah.
So there's some merit to it. The movie's actually saying something, whereas the other two really weren't. Well, what's 7-Year Itch saying? Oh, dames can't live with them, can't live without them, right? You know, that's
everybody cheated on each other.
Right. It's such a silly, antiquated mindset.
You don't go on vacation with your family, which was
right.
Still weird.
Well, that was back in the day where you didn't have an ability to meet, you know, people with the same, you know, pop culture was so different, so you didn't meet people with necessarily the same pop culture tastes, and we have such more niche ways or a lot more nicheness in the way we connect these days. For instance, you know, you can meet someone that's also into AEW, or I can meet someone that's also into the Friday the 13th series because it's so bad. Just silly things like that.
Yeah.
Back then, you would get married as just a business decision, and then you were stuck with that person. You didn't even like him. That's what this movie was to me. He sends his family away, and he's trying to bang the broad living upstairs. I'm sorry, I did not like that movie, though. Okay, but anyway, The Emperor Waltz, definitely the best of the Billy Wilder ones we saw here.
Definitely.
Sorry for the tangent. Okay music, and probably a pretty funny movie to a contemporary audience.
True. And number 3.
Number 3.
Three.
Part 3.
Part 3. Ghost in the Shell. Yes. I found this very entertaining. Of course, the animation was amazing, especially the robotic animation. The fight choreography was great. I don't know, I guess I didn't really click with the idea-ness of it all. You know, it's more of a thinking piece than a movie. You know, how society and technology are interacting. I guess I wanted more action, maybe, you know, more of something. But I guess it made you think more than the actual watching the movie, which is great for some people. Maybe I wanted some more with it, you know. Or maybe because I'm just not really into the cyberpunk aesthetic and things like that. But once again, very enjoyable movie. Would I say it's the best animated film I've ever seen? Not really, no.
I would hope not if it's number 3 on your list.
Yeah, but, you know, I can definitely see its impact on style and, you know, animation itself. But once again, it was good. I'm not going to say it was a terrible movie, but, you know, but definitely was not one of my favorites.
Understand. All right. My number 3 was Paprika. I thought that this was and let me also make a clarification that there is a huge line, very thick line between The Emperor Waltz and Paprika.
Definitely, and also the very, very thick line for
I believe I gave this movie a 4.5 out of 6 anthropomorphic refrigerator rating.
Yeah.
I found Paprika to be profound, relevant, imaginative, very imaginative.
Yeah.
And how do I put it? It's like nightmare fuel in the most innocent way possible.
True, yeah.
Like there's nothing malicious or dark about it. It's just somehow creepy because it's so unnatural, the visuals you're seeing. It's one of those things like why we fear clowns. You know, it's a psychological thing. It toys with topics of ethics toward technological evolution. Just because we can do something, should we? You know, just because we can invade your dreams, should we do that? Should we study them? Who knows? Very good movie. It was tough to sort between these 3. But Paprika, sadly, had to be 3 of 3 in terms of the animes.
All right. Number 2.
Dos.
2.
Zwei.
2. Number 2 is Paprika. Yes. I would say the exact same reasons why I love this film is what you just said. Now, I can say, like, I said Ghost in the Shell was more of a think piece. You know, it's more like, instead of a story, it's more about like, technology and stuff. And this, you can say the exact same thing about Paprika. Anybody connected with it more because they had to deal with the mind and everything. And anybody liked the visuals more that way because they were so fantastic and insane that it would connect them more, and I felt more like amazed by them than I was with Ghost in the Shell. And maybe the insanity helped a lot more than it did in Ghost in the Shell. So yeah, so I would say the exact same reasons why you love Paprika, I love Paprika, but even a little bit more. I think I gave it like a 6 out of 6. Which may have been a little bit too high, because maybe I was just feeling the emotions of the moment. Because I really did love the movie. I thought it was fantastic. And like you said, a walking nightmare. It's like a David Lynch film. You know, it's like Mulholland Drive. You like, can't explain why you were looking at it, but you just saw it. So, yeah. So I'd probably give it, lower it a little bit. Even give it like a 5 out of 6, you know, instead of a 6 out of 6. But yeah, but still was fantastic.
The moral of the story is rankings are arbitrary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'll rank something differently the day I see it versus a week after I see it. So,
yeah.
You know, and actually that's a good segue to my number 2 pick here because this was not easy. None of this was easy ranking, especially these top 2. And I think I gave this number 2 movie the highest ranking of the season in terms of the 6-star scale we like to adopt here. But in terms of my personal preferences, number 2, I have Your Name.
Wow.
Yeah, this was not easy.
Shocking.
This was not easy.
That is shocking. I do remember you loving. I think I know what number 1 is, but like I remember you just like gushing all over about.
Well, I hope you can tell what number 1 is now.
Yeah.
Trust me, this was not. This isn't a condemnation or like a statement on the quality of one over the other per se. Just what reverberates with me. Your Name was profound, relevant, and one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life. And a damn near perfect movie. I really still will say it's a perfect movie because anybody can appreciate this movie.
Yeah.
Anybody of any walk of life can appreciate this movie. It's got such profound themes. Be thankful what you got. Grass is always greener. Always consider other people's points of view. Sometimes it helps to lose your inhibitions with regards to asking that girl out or whatever. Don't be afraid of both your feminine and masculine side. No matter what sex or what gender you are. Those tendencies that are natural to you, those are who you are, and they'll benefit you if you adopt them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that it's a perfect movie. It's just it's something everybody frankly should see, because I think it tells you so much about life if you're paying attention. Beautiful story. And again, these might as well be 1 and 1A.
Yeah.
But yes, Your Name I had to sadly put at number 2.
Damn.
All right, but your
number 1.
Number one
is Your Name.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
Explain myself. Well, basically all the same reasons you gave, but also, I don't know, if a movie makes me describe the plot like I did in that one, I think it deserves the number 1 spot. I mean, the emotional feel I felt with that movie was insane, and there was just so much energy and so much heart. I just felt for the first. It was like watching the Images of Bam Munchausen again. It was just so exciting, and just put me in a place of this like happiness and joy, and sadness, and it made me feel all the emotions. That's what feels like all movies should make you feel like, and that's what I felt like. And it was definitely, I felt like this animation wise, this was better, even though this is the newest one, and those kind of set the template of what this should be, how animation should be. It's definitely the best animated one. I definitely connected with the story more and the characters more than I did with Paprika and Ghost in the Shell. And I'm not going to say it wasn't a thinker. It was a thinker. It made you think of everything, all the things you just said and everything like that. It was just, it's hard to describe it. It was just so magical that, I just had to find
Ethereal.
Yeah.
Ethereal, however it's pronounced.
Ethereal. It was, that had to be my number 1.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
It was definitely the best animated one, or best looking. It did some really cool camera stuff too, or like different,
yes,
very different points. The door jam point of view, for some reason, there's something very memorable about it, and it does have an amazing look. Obviously, number 1 for me was Ghost in the Shell, and again, I think it's just it's what reverberates with me. Some of my favorite works of fiction have dealt with, what constitutes life. Is it just the conscious mind? Things like Deus Ex or Metal Gear Solid 2, the Metal Gear Solid franchise.
Like Neuromancer, like cyberpunk stuff,
Deus Ex. It's not even so much the aesthetic of cyberpunk, which I do like, but it's not necessarily, that's not necessarily what draws me to it. It's more, you mentioned you loved the imagery, the visuals of Paprika, and they are breathtaking. And I can see why a lot of people would value imagery or action or, what have you. I value ideas and just profundity. This movie, like the other two, they were all profound and all relevant, scary enough.
Yeah.
I would argue that Paprika was inventive. Your Name was beautiful. Ghost in the Shell is haunting. These movies actually strike a very cool, unique balance, I think. You did a great job picking these.
Thank you.
Because you got a little bit of every kind of feel with... It just was a wide range of feelings these movies evoked.
Yeah.
This one is just haunting because it's like it talks about what constitutes life. Should we be altering our biological selves to make ourselves better, quote unquote? What happens if we keep that up? Are we losing our humanity? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Because we see all the time we are programmed to preserve our life, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these ghosts, these AI, are desperately trying to get into a shell that can die one day, because the immortality would really suck, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it would. I don't know. These are just the themes that really speak to me. The boat scene when they're talking about how she goes diving even though her body naturally sinks, and if her propulsion system fails, she'll be dead. And she says, that's kind of the fun of it. Or she indicates that that's kind of the fun of it, is knowing that she's not, as badass as she is and engineered, she will die one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that mortality is just, I don't know, it's just a theme that speaks to me, I guess, not to sound super dark. But Ghost in the Shell was my number one pick, in that it's probably the most likely I'll rewatch. And it will stick, they'll all stick with me, man. These rankings are so silly. I mean, they were all so good, but
true.
If I had to choose one, I would go with Ghost in the Shell based on my personal preferences.
Okay.
But outstanding job picking movies.
Thank you.
And I wish you could say the same to me. I really do.
Yeah, you suck. Jesus.
Billy bashing.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was our rankings, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different as last time, I think.
Leave some comments.
Leave some comments.
Have
you know,
seen these movies?
Yeah, you've seen these movies. What is your rankings? You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Do you think the 7-Year Itch is better than, Your Name?
Yeah. Do you
let
think
us
that?
Know.
Yeah.
Let us know, seriously.
Yeah, seriously, let us know.
I really want to speak to somebody.
Yeah.
We'll let you on the show.
Yeah, we'll let you on the show, yeah. You'll be our first guest ever. Why you think the 7-Year Itch is better than Your Name. Mm-hmm. Okay, it is now time to reveal our movies for Season 5.
Season 5. Can
Season
you believe we've been doing this that long?
Five, yeah.
5.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay, TJ, why don't you go first this time?
Okay.
Yeah.
I will announce all 3 of mine, and then you'll do all 3 of yours. Is that fine, or what do you...
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. Because mine do have a theme here, kind of. I chose to go with movies that Roger Ebert has given his 4-star review out to. Now, I'll be honest, I thought this was an exclusive list. It's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a fuckload of movies he's given 4 stars. So, my dumb ass, as I'm going through the list on IMDb, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of A movies.
Yeah.
Like an idiot. But that's all right. I have selected 3 movies that range from letters A to G, and that gives us plenty of space to do this topic another time in the future.
All right.
But for our first installment of 4-star Ebert reviews, first up, I have the movie 10, the number 10 from 1979.
The Bo Derek film?
The Bo Derek
Wow.
film, yes. Directed by Blake Edwards, who also did Breakfast at Tiffany's and Days of Wine and Roses.
Yeah, and
Big
Victor
names.
and Victoria, right? He was
Yes.
married to, what's her name?
Julie Andrews?
Julie Andrews, yes.
Yeah, and she is in this. This movie stars Dudley Moore of Derek and Clive Get the Horn and The Mighty Kong, which is the direct-to-video animated musical retelling of King Kong from the 90s.
Oh.
Do you remember seeing that on video store
No,
shelves?
never.
I've never seen it. I remember seeing it on video store shelves, though. And he played Carl Denham and King Kong.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Damn.
Julie Andrews of Mary Poppins and Tooth Fairy, the rock vehicle.
Ooh.
And Bo Derek, of course, of Tarzan the Ape Man, the R-rated Tarzan movie. And Ghosts Can't Do It.
Oh, God, Ghost Can't Do It.
Have you seen that?
No, I know of it, dude. It's so bad.
Bad.
It's so bad.
She was also in a movie that I think inspired the fictional Rochelle from Seinfeld, the erotic journey from Milan to Minsk. She was in a movie that her husband, the guy that was like 30 years older than her, directed, and it was like commercially panned. It's got a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. I can't remember.
I think I remember that movie. I watched a video about Bo Derek.
Bolero or something? It's
know.
something like that. I don't know. But anyway, it was terrible.
You know what Ghost Can't Do It is about?
No.
It's about a dead guy who I think he wants to take over the body of a person so he can fuck his wife, so he can have sex with his wife one more time.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's about.
And yeah, it was called Bolero.
Bolero.
Wow,
Okay.
so that's really what it's about. Okay.
Yep.
Synopsis real quick. A man with a midlife crisis becomes infatuated with an attractive young woman he doesn't know and whom he decides to pursue across Mexico. Nothing weird about that.
Yeah.
Next up, I have Farewell, My Lovely from 1975. This is a neo-noir film.
Wow.
Directed by Dick Richards, who actually did Tootsie, Heat, and the Culpeper Cattle Company.
Ooh.
Starring Robert Mitchum,
Yeah.
Night of the Hunter, and the Friends of Eddie Coyle, Charlotte Rampling,
Ooh, two good movies.
Yeah. Charlotte Rampling, The Night Porter, and Stardust Memories, which I'm guessing is a Cody Rhodes thing.
Stardust Memories. I think that's the is that the YMCA people? Is that?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't remember.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I assume
the Village People movie. I think that was the Village People movie.
Oh, that's awesome, actually.
No, I think it was about something else actually.
No, I don't think so, because it's not actually.
Yeah.
When I think about it. And it was also starring John Ireland, Gunfight at the OK Corral, and director of The Fast and the Furious, 1954.
Okay.
Synopsis: a Los Angeles-based private investigator is hired by a newly released convict to find his girlfriend, a former nightclub dancer. I'm a sucker for noir, and it's got Robert Mitchum and his like salt and pepper. He's older at this point, 1975.
Yeah, The Friends of Eddie Coyle. That was about the same time. That's actually considered one of the best like mafia movies ever.
Never seen it.
Yeah, because it's not really about like it's not like glorified like in Goodfellas or Mean Streets stuff like that. It's just a bunch of old like people who rob banks, and how like you just living in Pittsburgh or something, and there's robbing banks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really actually fascinating. There's not much action to it. Peter Boyle's in it too, the guy from Young Lady.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
nice.
And it featured Jason Mantzoukas. Ever heard of him? Yeah, his grandfather's bar is in it.
Fantastic,
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll have to watch that.
It's basically about old-time criminals.
Wait, so have you seen that? Okay.
I've seen that, yeah.
And it was
It's
good?
basically about, old-time criminals in, like, Pittsburgh just trying to live.
All right, I'm all for it. Okay, and finally, I have Grave of the Fireflies from 1988. War drama.
That's the saddest movie. Like, people say that's the saddest movie.
So that's what I hear, yeah. This is directed by Isao Takahata, starring Tsutomi Tatsumi. No other credits to his name that I could find on IMDb. And Akimi Yamaguchi. She has a couple other things. This, and then something else called Afternoon Affair, Rear Window.
Ooh.
Yeah, which was not a remake of Rear Window, but something, I guess, as thrilling. Synopsis: a young boy and his little sister struggle to survive in Japan during World War II. Full disclaimer, I do know the reputation this movie has, but our last season, this current season we're wrapping up now, had me in the mood for another anime, and I have heard of this movie, and I figure if I'm going to ever pretend once we're at parties that I know what I'm talking about with anime, I should probably see this one.
Yeah. Interesting choice. I love it.
A
lot of variety. I love it.
Okay.
I'm loving it, yeah.
This is like the season when we watched Clifford and then, I don't know,
Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully these don't I just want to see how 10 and, if these are 4-star Ebert. I tend to like Ebert's reviews,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Fascinating. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Okay. So those are your movies. My movies, I don't know. I had like a hard time thinking about them because I was like, what should I do? Because I did the anime movie thing because I always wanted to do that. Do Fassbender, or not Michael Fassbender. I believe the German director Fassbender.
I said the real Fassbender.
The real Fassbender, yes. Fassbender films. He directed films in the 60s and 70s in Germany. They're well known throughout the world. I thought, that'd be interesting. Then I thought, why not? Then I saw a movie on Criterion. I was like, yeah, those type of movies. So I decided to do midnight films or cult films. These are generally films that were released during like 70s and 60s, released during the midnight because it was so violent or weird that they could only be shown in midnight, like, Pink Flamingos and stuff like that. So I decided, okay, why not do that for this season? So I started to torture you a little bit. They're not that weird. So, and also it's kind of spooky and weird, these movies I've chosen, especially since we're in October, the spookiest month of all.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So let's get into the films now. The first film I chose was Phantom of the Paradise.
Oh boy.
Released in 1974, directed by Brian De Palma, Dressed to Kill and The Bonfire of the Vanities. Written by Brian De Palma, A Blowout and Mission to Mars.
I love Brian De Palma.
Who doesn't love Brian De Palma? He's so insane. I love it.
Yeah.
He makes the craziest...
He really does. He ranges from like some stuff that's not as good, but like to some stuff that's really great.
Yeah, like Dressed to Kill is awesome. Blowout's amazing.
Untouchables.
If you watch Blowout, it's probably the best Travolta performance I've seen.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Starring Paul Williams, The Muppet Movie, and The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. William Finley, The Fury and Silent Rage. George Memoli, Mean Streets and Americathon.
I'm so fucking pissed about that Silent Rage movie. It fucking makes me mad.
Yes, but in a silent way. Yes. Harold Oblong, a.k.a. Peter Elbling, the man with two brains, and Disco Beaver from outer space.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Archie Han, This is Spinal Tap, and Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach.
I don't know, I'm trying to do the Michael Winslow thing.
Jeffrey Comaner, Midnight Cowboy, and Welcome to the Basement. Garrett Graham, Used Cars, and Chopping Mall. Used Cars, of course, is Robert Zemeckis' first film. And Chopping Mall is a movie where a robot explodes somebody's fucking head. It's awesome.
Sometimes you just need that in your life.
So yeah, sometimes you just do. And Jessica Harper, the lead in Suspiria, and Big Man on Campus, a.k.a. the Hunchback of UCLA, or the Hunchback Hairball of LA. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it is.
The plot of this film is a disfigured composer sells his soul for the women he loves, so that she will perform his music. However, an evil record tycoon betrays him and steals his music to open his rock palace, the Paradise. Yeah. Nice. So this is like Rocky Horror before Rocky Horror, so we're going to see some really campy shit, so it's going to be great.
I'm actually all for that.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next film was going to be El Topo, which was a Andrew Jodorowsky film. But then I found out he actually raped a woman during the filming of the movie, and he kept it in the movie. So yeah, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. So the next film to replace that is Targets, released in 1968, directed by Peter Bogdanovich of What's Up Doc and one of the worst movies ever made, At Long Last Love.
He was also a pretty decent Sopranos supporting guest character for a couple episodes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very unique look. You ever seen Peter Bogdanovich?
Yeah, I've seen Peter Bogdanovich, yeah.
Very unique.
Mm-hmm. Written by Peter Bogdanovich, Paper Moon, and Nickelodeon. Not
he did Paper Moon.
Yeah, he did Paper Moon, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and Nickelodeon's not the station, not the kids' station, no. It's not the kids' channel.
It's a movie, eh?
It's a movie, yes.
Oh, cool.
Because to get into the movie theater, back in the...
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, what is a Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon was back in the 1910s and 20s, when films first started coming out. It would cost a nickel to go see a movie, so they call them Nickelodeons.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I don't know why they named it a kids station then. It's,
I guess it's on an expensive cable package.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's weird. Starring Boris Karloff from Frankenstein and The Ghost in the Invisible Bikini. Tim O'Kelly, The Grasshopper, and Cimarron Strip, which is a TV show. Nancy Hushey, H-S-U-E-H, Flower Drum Song, and Doctor, You've Gotta Be Kidding!
Oh, I don't know how to react to that.
Yeah, exactly. James Brown, not that one. Not that one.
Jim Brown?
James
the running
Brown.
back?
No.
Oh, James Brown, the singer. Then.
Yes. No.
There's another James Brown?
There's another James Brown. Two James Brown. Sands of Iwo Jima and Our Hearts Were Young Gay.
All right.
Yeah. Sandy Barron, Seinfeld as Jack Krampus.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Take the pen.
I know you'd like that
guy,
one.
yeah.
I know you'd like that one. That was Jerry's father's friend. Yeah. Yeah.
His frenemy.
Yeah. And Leprechaun 2.
Amazing.
Not the one in the hood, unfortunately. No.
That's like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm. Which was the one in the hood? Damn.
It goes into space.
Yeah. The plot of this film is an aging horror star questions his place in modern Hollywood while a disturbed young man goes on a killing spree.
That sounds awesome. Too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm excited for these.
Yeah, we got some good directors: Brian De Palma, Peter Bogdanovich, and the last one, I think the most fucked up one of the three films, is Altered States.
Altered States.
Yeah, Altered States, released in 1980, directed by Ken Russell, written by Patty Chayefsky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Starring William Hurt of Body Heat and the Lost in Space remake of 1998.
Jeez.
Blair Brown, Continental Divide, and Space Cowboys, the old movie from 2000 where Clint Eastwood and Tommy Lee Jones try to become cowboys in space.
Sounds good.
It's great. And Bob Balaban, A Mighty Wind, and Lady in the Water.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The plot of this one is a psychologist experiments with drugs and a sensory deprivation tank and has visions he believes are genetic memories. Yes.
Okay.
So this is the most fucked up one out of all of them. I could have gone with another Ken Russell film, which was on Criterion Collection. I was like, okay, that one's not most well known, and I heard it's really messed up also. But I was like, let's go with Altered States because I want all bangers now.
Sure.
I just want bangers, man.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Tired of non-bangers. Well, TJ, those were our movies, and now it is time to choose the film that will start this season.
Sounds good.
Let's do this thing. It's time for wheel time. 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 Okay, spin the wheel. Spin the sucker. Who we got? It is Phantom of the Paradise.
Okay.
Let's start this shit off weird.
I'm all for it.
Yes, I cannot wait till you see the guy in the mask. It's gonna be so cool. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed season 4. Hopefully season 5 will be way better and have better movies and be out faster than we usually put them out. But we'll see. So yeah, thanks for listening. If you like us, once again, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, at @it_dammit for new episodes, and also at It's Tuned to Us on Facebook.
That's right.
Yes, follow us, subscribe to us, rate us, engage with us, rate us, engage us,
Invite us to parties.
Invite us to parties. Do whatever you need to do to listen to this podcast. We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we are on SoundCloud, and hopefully more soon. Hopefully don't have to pay for it.
Yep.
But it feels like every podcast thing is just dying, so hopefully Apple Podcast is next.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, but thanks for listening to again, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Mo, and I'm going to go home and watch some wrestling.
And I'm TJ, and I'm going to go to sleep here.
In this room?
On this chair.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
That's good. Okay, see you, everybody. Let's have Robert Mitchum play us out.
Hey, we'll see him soon.
Definitely.
Take care.
Bye.